Alright guys, this is an FSD 13.2.2 video. I'm starting this midway through the drive just because the beginning of my drive was a lot of more boring driving that I've shown a lot in this video. Now what I'm doing is I'm driving into the city, downtown Vancouver. This road's quite busy, there's a lot of traffic, and as we get into the downtown core, there's going to be a lot more pedestrians and traffic as well. So I just wanted to kind of talk about anything that comes up. I will say so far the drive's been good. The vehicle did try to take an HOV exit, which was great, and then ended up being in the wrong lane. So I had one kind of intervention there for just a bad lane choice, but everything else that the car's done has been perfect. And hoping to get to the destination intervention free if at all possible. Yeah, this is it definitely won't get picked up in the video, but this is a very thin road. I remember the first time I moved here, driving on this road, because I grew up in a small town. It was intimidating. The lanes are a little bit more narrow, and there's just a lot going on. Like, there's a lot of people, a lot of vehicles, and it was a struggle for me to drive. And now the fact that I can hit a button and a car can do it for me, it's pretty cool. Okay, nice job by the car. We have more vehicles in this lane, so moving over into this left lane is definitely something I would have done. It just gets us further ahead. There's a dedicated left turn lane, so I'm comfortable being in the left lane, knowing that we're not going to get trapped behind a vehicle turning left at this light. So yes, this was a perfect move. And for this drive, I have it in this standard profile. And so this video as well will kind of showcase FSD does definitely work at night. There's people that ask, like, how does it work in the rain? How does it work at night? Things like that. The rain, I have no issues using it in the rain. It rains here all the time in Vancouver. And at night, same thing. Like, I never really have issues with FSD. In version 12, if you're driving and headlights, like bright headlights were coming at you from like a truck or a vehicle with their high beams on, you would get a phantom braking issue. I haven't experienced that once since version 13, so I was honestly a little bit concerned that that was something they wouldn't be able to fix. And yeah, as soon as version 13 came out, the problem was solved. I haven't had it happen, so really nice that that change did happen, because genuinely for a while there, I just wouldn't use full self-driving at night on roads where I was coming up on vehicles and there wasn't any other lights around, because I knew that it would result in a phantom brake. And for this drive, I have my screen on light mode. I'm just hoping that's easier to see at night. I hope it's not all washed out. I tried to kind of check the GoPro. Apologies if it is. And so we got a left turn at this light up ahead. It looks like we get an advanced green when it is our turn to go, so it should be a pretty straightforward turn when we get it. So if it was me, I'd put on I was just going to say I would put on the signal nice and early, just to let people know behind me that I plan to turn left, and so that they aren't stuck behind me and they can go around with ample room to do so. So that was perfect. It's exactly when I would have done it, and it did it. And I was going to put this in the comments or in my description of my video, but I'll just ask it here as well. The times when I'm speeding up the video, what do you guys prefer? Because sometimes for longer chunks, I'll try and speed it up like 2,500% so that the time between me talking is smaller, but then you're definitely getting less like context on how the car is driving. So times when there's just sort of like nothing going on of note, how fast do you want me to speed up the video? And do you want like kind of just generic music over that? What's your preference? If you're watching these types of videos, do you like just seeing the car? Like, I normally wouldn't talk right now. Like, we're just going around a corner, but it is all still full self-driving. It is interesting to see this. So do you guys mostly only care about the noteworthy things, or do you care about this part of the drive as well? And if I'm not talking, what do you want that to look like? With that said, good job through here. Tight road, dark with cars on the side of the road. I would be over a little bit to the left, but very minor. And the other view that I can do sometimes while we're driving too, just to give context on things, if I bring up the cameras, it kind of allows you guys to see sort of where we sit in the lane, and maybe it translates better than a video. Just because then you can see like how close I am to the curb or things like that, right? Because right now you can see we're kind of close to the curb. It's fine. So is this a view that you guys like? Or do you prefer the full screen visualizations of full self-driving? I'll leave this up for a little bit just so you can see. And any of you that watch the channel that own Hardware 3 or Rivians, you're probably sad seeing this, because I will say this is one thing that Hardware 4, it's a massive change over Gen 1 Rivians and Hardware 3 Teslas, are these cameras are all incredibly clear compared to those vehicles. I love it. I use the backup camera, I use the side camera. I like sort of check my blind spot when I'm signaling, but if I'm manually driving, I rely on these cameras so much, because like the car is here, 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 and by the time it's even close to being out of this picture, that's that car, which you can probably see. Like, so the car's just barely leaving my left turn signal video feed, and by the time it is, it's fully in my peripheral without even needing to look over, which is kind of gives you confidence in not needing to do a big lane, like look over your shoulder before a lane change. Okay, so I can see that this lane is going to end. I would signal over probably now, exactly what the car's doing. Perfect job. And then where we're going, I've never actually been before. I wouldn't hit that. Okay, good. I've never been there before, so I'm going to kind of just rely on the car to navigate us there. I'm just going to worry about supervising the drive, making sure that what we're doing is safe, but I'm not having to look at the screen, look at the navigation, and kind of take my eyes off the road. I'm literally just focusing on what's ahead of me, which is kind of an underappreciated part of FSD. I think full self-driving as it is today with an attentive driver behind the wheel is without a doubt safer than just your average human driver. If you use it as something where you're not paying attention and you let it make mistakes, then it is absolutely less safe. But if you're using it and you're attentive and making the right decision, it's incredible how good it is. I don't know what these roads are. Oh wow, really good job stopping. That was phenomenal. 100% your average human would end up in that middle of the intersection right now, waiting for that taxi to clear to get out. I would have. I was expecting just to keep going straight. And the fact that we slowed down where we did so that we weren't stuck in the intersection was a really good move by the car. I don't know if we can go straight, but there's a bunch of other people going straight. That definitely says no straight except buses, bicycles, and taxis. That person is going on this road. That's a car that's not a... Because Granville Street does close, but these are all normal cars. That must not always be the case. Like, that's a normal car, that's a normal car, that's a normal car. So yeah, there's... Obviously that sign is not correct. Or it is, and that guy's getting pulled over for doing it. I don't know. Okay, good speed through here. I would go into that lane maybe to get around these people that are turning left right now. Wow, perfect. Exactly what I would have done, and I'm really glad the car did that, because there's all these people turning left and we were going to get stuck behind them, and then it's signaling and moving over as soon as we go through. That's perfect. I'm very confused by this. No, except authorized vehicles. We're about to turn left off of it, but these signs do confuse me. Because like I said, again, normal vehicle, police car. Okay, we're turning left here. We have pedestrians. I would get into the intersection for when it goes. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Nice job. And then it's moving over because we're going to turn right at the next lane. Great. Nice job. Other than the fact that potentially what we were just doing was illegal, driving on that road, really good job downtown so far. I don't spend much time down here. I've said that a few times before. So I don't have a lot of experience seeing how full self-driving handles the city, and really and truly, this is great. I couldn't ask for anything more right now. Okay, no right on red. I'm curious if we had the lead, if the car would have tried to do that. Because it's tough. You have bicyclists that are going to come from your right, and I guess that's probably why. Yeah, the bikes have a green light right now. So now we have cyclists that hopefully will stop. They don't. Let's see. I'm actually curious if FSD is going to make that same mistake. That person tried to turn right. Wow, this is a weird road. They tried to turn right there, which honestly I might have, but that's the bike lane. So the car needs to go out and then right. I'm going to be ready to take over because I'm concerned it's going to make the same decision. It shouldn't go. Okay, really good job not trying to go right on red right now. And it's kind of a weird corner, so let's see what it does here. I'm prepared to intervene because I feel like it's going to want to tuck into that. No? Okay. Nice, nice. Really good job. Wow. FSD literally just did a better job than a human on that right-hand turn. This person right here that we're driving past right now. They made a mistake that I totally understand the mistake they made. I almost would have, but FSD, perfect. Nice job. This is a right turn only lane. We need to get out of it. And I don't think it's going to. Okay, it's signaling. Okay, so it was really late. It was really late to make that turn. We got honked at. People are very aggressive down here. It just shouldn't have got into that right lane. And I get that it was being like polite by moving over, but then it was awkward because it didn't get back over in time. He's a new driver. And okay, so we should wait. We should wait. Really good job. And I would go right now. Perfect. So many pedestrians, so much going on, more people wanting to walk, but like that was the right time to go, and FSD to hit flawless there. Wow. I'm kind of gushing over a lot of this because I just don't see these interactions ever. I watch the videos online, of course, but personally I don't see FSD handling this. I would wait. Yeah, okay, good. A more aggressive driver for sure would have gone. I was happy to wait. I think it makes pedestrians feel uncomfortable if you turn right in front of them too aggressively, so I would probably go after, not for a while. I'd go after these people. Oh, see, this is medium. So now we're stuck on the crosswalk because we were being too polite and not like assertive enough. So we should go. I'm just gonna give it a pedal press to get us out of here. So it was a bit of a fail. It just got awkward. Like people crossed the crosswalk too late, causing the light to change, which then got us stuck. And then by the time we wanted to go right, they were walking back in front of us. So That was a mix of FSD not being assertive enough, but then also pedestrians making a mistake and putting us in a bad spot. I don't know. I guess the right thing would have been just to been more assertive and push out as those pedestrians were crossing as the light was going red. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard with pedestrians. But either way, that wasn't ideal for sure. Not safety critical. It was just awkward. Okay, I think we're here. I have no idea where here is. We're in the wrong lane again. I don't think we want to be in this right turn lane. I think where I want to be is up ahead, yeah. So still really mediocre lane management. Like, we want to go straight. We're in a right turn only lane. And I think the car could even turn right on red. It doesn't even have its signal on. So I'm going to disengage just to get us into a different spot. And move ahead, because I don't think the car would have tried to turn right, because I think it wanted to go straight when this light went green. So I'll re-engage it and see what it can do here. Yeah. It seems to struggle with right-hand turn only lanes. Like, the two mistakes that I've seen it make kind of back-to-back there was it put us into a right turn only lane, realized at the last minute, and then struggled to get back over. And just there, we were in a right turn only lane. And I think it was gonna try and go straight. I wished that it saw that and just committed to turning right like I did, instead of sitting there without its blinker on, giving the indication that it was gonna go straight. Okay, so I wouldn't follow this car through, but I would wait. I guess, yeah, I'd go. Okay, we're going very slow. Yeah, we're like slowing down for this crosswalk, which we don't need to, and maybe even that person, which we don't need to, perhaps for the light, but we were definitely going slow very early. The car is now pulling, I guess pulling over to park is probably what it's like thinking it's doing right now, because we're at our destination on the right there. But again, destination park is not a complete feature, so I'm not going to really fault it for what it's doing, but we are technically in the wrong spot. I'm just going to take over and get us somewhere else. That might be the end of the drive. If it is, great drive. If the video continues, I just don't know. I'm picking up my wife, and I don't know how far away she is. So we'll see. End of the video. Great job, FSD. Few mistakes. Definitely like room to grow. A lot of its issues, as always, seem to be related to map data, because the driving skills itself are very good. It just gets in bad positions and then has to like work its way out of those situations, whereas it just shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. Anyways, I will talk to you later.